Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. Today, we are going to be working with this lovely bundle called Lovely and Sweet. And there's also a pack of paper that goes with this called Nature's Sweetness. And this paper is so pretty. Everything has gold flecks on it. So you have one side that doesn't and one side that does. And it is just a beautiful pack of paper. And the great thing about it is the one sheet you can actually cut out, and I have used these. You can actually use the dies to cut out these images. And you can see I have these already laid out to cut. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. We're going to make a very elegant card using this gold. I think it's going to be beautiful. I don't need that. I actually need my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So let's bring this up. I'm going to zoom y'all out a little bit. About like that so that you can see what we're doing. And I'm going to grab my plates and lay these down like so. And we are going to run that one through first. Just like that. And what I want to do is go ahead and pull these off. I'm just going to lay this to the side. And now I want to go back in because I want this little image right here. And we have a die for that as well. And this looks like a vanilla bean with the flower on it. I love that. I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to place that right there. And I'm going to use one of my little Post-it notes to hold that in place. And then we're going to cover it and crank it back through. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. Anytime I'm cutting pieces out of my designer series paper, you'll know that the designer series paper is just that, it's paper. So it doesn't have the stability that cardstock has. Now I'm going to save this because I can easily get another piece off of this. I can fussy cut some of these little flowers. So I'm not going to throw that away. I have another piece here as well that I had done. So I'm going to lay that over there. So we want to hang on to those. And I'm going to come back with a piece of cardstock. And I'm just going to grab some scraps of cardstock that I have already laid out over here. I'm going to push all of that up so we can cut it all at one time. So I'm going to lay my cover plate over it. What's so great about that, everything I used was just scraps. So I didn't really waste any whole piece of paper by cutting these. So I have those done. And we're going to lay those over here with our other pieces. And then I'm going to take my plate and put those back where they belong. And this is a card that you're going to find comes together really quickly. So let me show you what I had in mind. I have a black card base. Let's zoom y'all back in a bit. Oops. Like that. This is a half a sheet of cardstock, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it at 4.25. And it's going to be a landscape card like this. Then I took a piece of gold paper, and I want to just lay that right in the center, like that. Isn't that pretty? And then I cut a piece of vellum. Now this piece is 4 by 5.25, and I cut a piece of vellum that is 3 3/4 by 5. And that is going to center just like that. Now look what it does. It makes this look like very vanilla. And it looks like we have a gold border around there, but we don't. We just put a piece of vellum in the middle. Then we're going to take our pieces that we cut and our pieces that we cut out of the cardstock, and we're just going to glue these on top of the other one. And you see what that's going to do? That's going to give us some stability on this piece. It just gives you something a little more substantial. So I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to put glue all over this little piece. Like that. And we're going to lay this on top. This is easy to do because everything just goes together very easy for you. So lay that down, give it a press, and then we're going to do the same thing for this piece. And I find it easier to put the glue on this piece than I do on the paper. I'm going to take this piece and lay it just like this. Give it a press. And then we have that last one that is going to go on like that. So I'm going to take glue and put all over this piece. Just like that. Now, if you noticed, I haven't glued anything together on the card itself. The reason for that is I need to find out exactly where I want to put my flowers. And I'm thinking maybe like this, like this. And maybe like that. The reason I want to do that is I cut out of black using, what did I do with those dies? I wanted to say dies. And what I did is I pulled out the Celebrate. Let me show you the other card that I did. This is the one that I did as my prototype. I haven't done anything on the inside, but I did a happy birthday. And look at the beautiful gold and how it shimmers. And I thought this was pretty, but I wanted to do it and I wanted to use black. So using the black card base, and I cut this out of my gold using the two dies that were the Celebrate, which are these right here. So this one I did in the gold, and the outline piece I did in the black. And then when you put them together, this is what you get. So we can put this one like right there. Something like that. Or maybe down a little bit like here. I think I like it there. So let's go ahead and put our card together. So we know as far as where we can put glue on our vellum is going to be under here and here. So looking at my vellum, I'm going to turn it over and I can put some adhesive there. And I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this. So I'm going to run a piece up here and a piece maybe right there. And maybe a little piece like that. Now I'm ready to put this down onto my gold. So I'm going to center that up. And then this piece is going to go like here. This is going to go here. And this can go right up under here. Something like that. Isn't that pretty? So I want to put these on dimensionals. So we're going to pop these up. Before we do that, I'm going to use some glue, and I'm going to put glue on the back of my foil. Now, if you've had any experience with card making, you know that foil and glue does not get along well. So we're going to need to be extremely careful. So I'm going to use my reverse tweezers just to hang on to it like that. And I'm going to come in just ever so gently and just tap a little bit of glue. That. And then I'm going to turn this around since I already have it in my hand this way. And I'm going to set this down just like that. Now look how simple that was to put that on. It goes on beautifully, and I love this effect. That's so pretty. All right, so now what we need to do is decide where we want to put these. Now this one gets glued directly down, so I'm going to put it down just like that with some glue. So when we sit this on, I want it to be well balanced and elevated a little bit over top of everything else. So I'm going to take my that, and then look at this. We are going to put that down directly on top, maybe right here. And we're going to need dimensions under the bottom part. So I'm going to take one, two. I think that will be sufficient. I'm going to put a little glue right there on my C. Let's pull these off. And press that down. Isn't that beautiful? I am loving the black. Zoom it out just a little bit more. And then when we lay this on here, look at that beauty. I thought this one was gorgeous, but I'm loving it on the black. That brought it up to an elegance that it just supersedes anything. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and glue this down. And now we need some gems, but I need to put something on the inside. So for my inside, I'm going to grab a piece of Very Vanilla. A pretty piece of Very Vanilla, I think looks so pretty inside. And I just want this one to be 4 by 5 and 1/4. And I think I want to stamp from our stamp set that little vanilla. And I want to do it in black, just in the corner. And I think for my sentiment, just a simple celebrate and congratulations. I think that would be a great card for anyone. So let's go ahead and get this. Do I want to do this like here? think I want it right here. So I'm going to grab a stamp block. And since I'm only going to be stamping this and not coloring, I'm going to use my VersaFine. This is a beautiful pigmented ink that's going to be rich and black and just so pretty. So I'm going to stamp this right in this bottom corner. Isn't that gorgeous? Then I'm going to take my congratulations. And I want it right in the middle. Love it. Let's close that ink up, and then we are ready to put this on the inside, and then we're going to do a little bit of embellishing, and this card will be ready. Now we need ribbon, and I used this gold rim, and all I did was tie a little bunny ear knot for a bow. Very, very simple. Once you get your loops like you want them, and you just pull, tighten it down, and pull, tighten it down, pull your tails down like that, and you have a beautiful little bow. So let's take our snips. What did I do with my snips? Here they are. And I'm going to cut this off about like that. And I want to put this right here on that corner with a little glue dot. So I'm going to take and roll the glue dot off in my finger. There's my little glue dot. And I'm just going to roll it. And I'm going to stick it right where I want it to stick out, which is right there at the top. And then I'm going to press my bow into it. And there you go. Now for our embellishments, I would love something black, but I don't think I don't have anything black, but I do have these iridescent pearls. And I'm going to color about 3 of those black using one of my alcohol blend markers. And I'm going to use the dark black. And I'm going to use my brush tip. And all I'm going to do is looks like this one has dried. So let's try the other end. The good thing with the alcohol, it dries really fast. So you should be able to pick those up fairly quickly. I'm going to use my little tweezers since I already had them out. And I'm going to put one right there. And one right here. And I'm going to take the little bitty one and put it right here. And look how elegant and beautiful this card turned out. I love this. And who wouldn't want to get this? This would make a beautiful wedding card, or it would make a anniversary card. It's so beautiful. And what I'm trying to teach here is use what you have. You might not have gold, maybe you have silver, maybe you have some other type of metallic paper. But look how pretty you can make this. I love the designer series paper. Of course, that is gold trim, so it does kind of call for the gold. But look through your stash and see what you got. Here's our two cards that we made. Both are the same, but yet different. I love the way they turned out. I think they're gorgeous. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that this would be a card that you would like. And always look at your designer series paper. Many times now, Stampin' Up! Is allowing the dies to work with the paper so you can cut out some of the images and use them on your cards. God bless and keep you. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring honor and glory to our Savior Jesus. He is worthy. Until next time, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.